I'm often amused when I watch British programmes on TV today. How few Indians are in them. Now, there are twice as many Asians as there are blacks in the UK. We use the phrase BAME whenever we want to manipulate and misrepresent statistics because we can group them and we can pretend that all those groups have the same challenges. I have several Asian friends who really don't like that phrase because they say that black Asian minority ethnic doesn't represent them. They say the challenges that they face, the problems that they face, the success, the health issues, everything is completely different to the black community. And black people face, pick sickle cell anemia. If you want to look at sickle cell anemia, you need to look at black and Afro-Caribbean versus everyone else, because they are far more likely to suffer from it. If you want to look at university admittance, you probably need to look at Asian, because Asian are much more likely. There's a lot of nuance between different groups. To clump everyone together as Asian and compare Chinese, Indonesian, Filipino and Indian, do they really have the same lifestyle, the same challenges, the same diet, the same customs? Not at all. But TV shows have resolved this by using black people. I guess maybe they're more BAME than the others. Race becomes a key characteristic. If you've got two people in a murder mystery, who did it? The black woman or the white man? I'm going to give you a clue. It's going to be the white man. A few years ago, there was a TV show on Sky. It was a remaking of a children's story I'd never heard of. It was quite good. It was about ghosts, and they moved to a house, and apparently it was a big hit back in the 60s. Well, it was set in the war, and it was remade with an African family, because as we all know, there were a lot of black people in Britain at the beginning of the war, maybe. But what really amused me with it, and what niggled me the whole way through, was that the mother, yes, she was black and the children were black, but I was watching it and I was thinking, how could you have cast this show and not realised that the daughter is Somali, the son is Nigerian or Ghanaian origin, and she's from more southern Africa. They had different facial structure, they had different skin tone, they had different body size. It was just ridiculous, because you have this family where, oh, they're black, box ticked. Well, that's a bit racist, I think, to suggest that it's like saying all black people look the same. Oh yeah, let's have a Kenyan, a Somali, a Moroccan, they're from Africa, and a Nigerian. And let's put them all in one family and pretend that they're all genetically from the same family. Well, they're clearly not. You're looking at them, you can't possibly think they're from the same family. If you do, then you probably need to spend more time with black people, which the virtue signalling people at Sky who commissioned the show clearly haven't. But in the media, instead of having 4% black people in a show, we have to have more like 20 or 30%. And so long as they're ticking the black box, they don't care which bit of Africa their ancestry's from. Yet I so rarely see Indians and Pakistanis in films and series. When I do, they're normally the opposite of stereotypes. You'll have the Muslim police officer who's a lesbian. You'll have the Pakistani woman who's married a black guy. You'll have These do exist. They are out there, it does happen, but not as much on TV. So is it to tick boxes, or is it to qualify for the American market? Because America has a very different ethnic makeup and a very different ethnic history. Or is it to create the world they want, to model the world in the image that the left would like, to pretend that multicultural Britain has succeeded?